Welcome to the children's book Nook. Today's story is Camp Nowhere, number 1. Hair today, gone tomorrow. Written by Leah Tedonio and illustrated by Michelle Lamoureux. My big brother Cruz and I trudge through the camp's main entrance. A mosquito the size of a jumbo jet buzzes around a banner that reads, Camp Nowhere, the place for summer. The sign has a ragged tear where the last word should be.
Wanna bet the missing word is torture?
Cruz groans and throws his backpack down on the grass. I peer at the row of log cabins set near the edge of a lake. Nearby is a small building. A sign on the door says outhouse. What the heck? My stomach drops to my high tops. There's no indoor plumbing here?
Cooper, look around.
Cruz mutters.
There's no indoor anything. No Wi-Fi, no television. Phones and iPads are banned.
But who needs screen time when you have nature? Am I right, dudes?
A wild-haired counselor with a wide grin marches toward us.
Whoops.
The guy trips and almost falls.
Careful, that's poison oak. Don't touch it unless you want a nasty rash.
Yeah. I'm going to vote for technology over nature.
Cruz whispers. Same. I glance over my shoulder. Mom is already driving off in her red car. She doesn't look back. After her divorce from Dad, she said she needed the summer to find herself. Whatever that means. Now she's headed back to the city, and we're stuck here at Camp Nowhere.
Let's get your cabin assignment. My name is Bob, by the way. It rhymes with cob, which is perfect because corn is my favorite food.
It also rhymes with sob, I mumble. And that's exactly what I feel like doing. Cruz's snicker is drowned out by a blood-curdling howl from the nearby mountains. Chapter 2. Not a bird. What was that sound? I yelp, jumping a foot into the air. A bear? A werewolf? A werebear?
Sound? What sound?
Counselor Bob laughs nervously.
I didn't hear anything.
Bob continues.
It's probably a bird. We have lots of birds here. In fact, you can sign up for a bird-watching class. It takes place every morning at 5.
5 in the morning?
Cruz's eyebrows disappear beneath his shaggy hair. He normally sleeps until 10.
Yes, but not to worry. The wake-up bugle is at 4:45 sharp.
I grab my brother's shoulder before he bolts for the exit. We're in this together, I say grimly.
I don't think I'm going to survive a month here,
Cruz hisses. Don't talk like that. I glance toward the mountain in the direction of that creepy howl. I might be a city kid, but I know what a bird sounds like, and it is not like a cross between a lion and a wolf. But what can it be? A bad feeling scuttles down my spine like a spider. Counselor Bob leads us to a registration desk. The other campers in line look about as happy to be here as we do.
Here we are. Cooper and Cruz Garcia.
Counselor Bob looks at a clipboard.
You two are bunking in Woodchuck Cabin.
Great.
Cruz grumbles as we plod toward the cabins.
Figures we get the cabin that's named for a stupid rodent.
Come on, cheer up. I give his arm a friendly punch. At least it's not moose droppings or buffalo breath. Cruz kicks a rock with a scowl.
This place is for the birds.
Chapter 3. The Crash. Woodchuck Cabin has 2 sets of bunk beds pushed against opposite walls. One window has a view of the lake. A boy with glasses sits cross-legged on the floor, playing with a fidget spinner. Beside him is a freckle-faced kid reading a superhero comic.
So you're sentenced to Woodchuck Cabin, too?
The boy in glasses says over the sound of his spinning.
I'm Danny, and this talkative guy is my brother, Nick.
Nick grunts but doesn't look in our direction.
Let me guess.
Danny sizes us up.
First time at camp? What gave us away?
Cruz asks, setting down his bag and crawling onto a bottom bunk. Danny rolls his eyes.
It's so obvious.
I put my bag down next to the bed and cross my arms. You've come here before?
Oh yeah, our parents ship us off to Camp Nowhere every summer. I didn't think we'd be back after last year.
Why? The bad feeling scuttles up my spine. What happened? His eyes widen.
You didn't hear about the kids who went missing?
Wait. I hold up my hand. Kids? As in more than one?
Oh, yeah.
Danny nods.
4. All from the same cabin.
What happened? Ah! I scream the end of my question. Someone or something had crashed into the back of our cabin. Chapter 4. A Hairy Business. Cruz, Danny, Nick, and I race out the front door. I am tempted to keep running all the way back to the city, but everyone else wants to go around back to investigate. This sort of thing never ends well in the movies, I mutter, bringing up the rear.
I bet it's one of the other campers playing tricks.
Nick says.
Kids here like to do pranks like that. Short sheet the beds, put whoopee cushions under their mattresses.
Sounds like a party, I snort.
No one's here?
Cruz announces the obvious once we reach the back of the cabin. I stare into the empty forest behind us. That's when I see it, hanging from a tree branch. A big clump of reddish-brown hair. It looks long and shaggy, and it's dangling 6 feet in the air. What kind of animal could leave that? My throat feels as dry as a desert.
Out of curiosity.
Cruz stops and clears his throat.
Which cabin were those missing kids staying in?
Nick crosses his arms and shifts from side to side.
Woodchuck?
Danny replies after a few seconds. I inhale a shaky breath. Whatever happens this summer, I already know one thing. It will be anything but boring. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss story time at the Children's Book Nook. Until next time. Goodbye.